All right. Morning, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Trading Bitcoin with your host, from Vays. Coming to you live this Saturday morning, US East Coast time. Man, haven't had much sleep the last couple of days with a lot of travel. And couldn't bring you a video yesterday. I got stuck at didn't get stuck, but I was at the conference the entire time. It was interesting. I was the only, let's say, shitcoin minimalist speaker. And one of my friends, so basically it was just us two, were the only pure Bitcoin maxis there. That's it. Only two. No one else. You guys saw me post a little debate between Brock Peters and Peter Schiff. I had a debate with Scott Walker over altcoins. It was recorded. I have no idea if it was streamed. I don't know where the videos are. I don't know. If you guys find it, please tag me. I ask these conferences all the time, hey, can you send me the video afterwards? And I usually get it 9 months later. I don't know. Anyway, let's go to the charts. Things are very, very interesting. So we're going to take a look. So the monthly look still has us on this amazing triangle. And the longer we hang out in this vicinity between 50 and 60 and delay the breakout, the more violent the breakout to the upside will be, because people are getting very, very frustrated and they're getting out of Bitcoin. They're going into garbage like Ethereum and some of the others. And we'll see what happens when the Bitcoin eventually pops. Now, keep in mind, the one good thing that happens when Bitcoin crashes is that these shitcoins crash even more and valuable lessons end up getting taught. Now, this last crash that Bitcoin had, shitcoins did not really crash because this crash was all about leverage traders on Bitcoin, and no one really trades the shitcoins because they're already a casino. So when Bitcoin gets over leveraged to one side, weird things happen. It wasn't that over leveraged to the bull side, but down we went. More interesting are the shorter time frames, starting with the weekly. Now, the weekly has a really interesting situation. It's a good thing I took a look at a DM from someone that follows my work very well, someone that has the MRI, and someone that did a little bit of research. And he pointed out the following, which I will show you guys in real time. So without looking at the MRI, which is on the bearish side, we had a red star candle back here. We've now had two additional candles. One of them fell pretty low. The weekly chart is between two moving averages, which is a good place for it to bounce. And if we go lower than this 50 period moving average on the weekly scale, that could be bad. The last time that happened was right before the big crash of COVID. Let me show you guys something. So I'm going to clean up the chart a little bit. We're going to stop displaying other indicators. And these are my trend numbers. They can only go so far back because there's only so much memory in the system. Now watch this chart. I'm going to make it even bigger. If I say bring in, you probably move this over. So look where all these numbers are, right? If I bring in the extensions, all of them, right? And also the details of those extensions, you will see how the numbers kind of go away, right? Because there's only so much memory we can display. But I'm going to focus on one particular one. I'm not going to display all of these. I'm going to still display none. But I am going to display all of the extensions. And I don't really need to display the trend numbers. Sorry, I made that backwards. All of those, none of these. Okay. So now we're only looking at the extensions. The chart's still a little cluttered. Let's see if we can only focus on up moves. I don't think we can. That's okay. Visibility, style. Oh yeah, I can. So for the short term, let's do this. Oh, I don't have the extensions here. That's okay. I'm wasting too much time now. Let's look at the extensions. And there's really no buy extensions. So if we only focus on the green arrows of extensions, the one that take place under the candles, we have extension A, which is the first extension to come from an MRI buy. If we go back, see, that's an extension A sell because Bitcoin is upwards trending. Let's look at the prior time we had one of these extension A's on the buy side. Okay, there it is. So we're looking for a green arrow on the bottom of the candle. There it is. There is the only prior, not the only one, but here's a prior green arrow with an A. Now, there is no green arrow with a B, and there is no green arrow with a C. Those come later. It's very rare you get them on the same day, but the first one that usually shows up is the A. Occasionally, a C can show up first. A B will never show up first. It's just the way the indicator is built. It's impossible. So the prior time we had an extension A buy was when the market bottomed in December of 2018. What about any other extension that's older than that? Well, nothing here. Remember, these are sell extensions, not buy extensions. So we got to go into the bear market to get a buy extension. So now we're in the 2015 bear market. We had two of them. Oh, there was a B extension right here. There was never a C. Look at the extension A, called the bottom perfectly. And then there was a second extension A that came in 1 week after the secondary bottom. Once again, absolutely perfectly calling the bottom of a bear move. And I think that might be it. I don't think there was ever another one. We can go back to the 2011 bear market. Here's the 2011 bear market. We had two MRI buys here and here. Here, back in August of 2011, and here back in October of 2011. Wow, perfect top too. But they never gave you an extension A. It must have come very close. I'm actually curious how close it came. So what I'm going to do is we're going to use go to. Oh, wait, that's a go to. Sorry. Let me exit this. I'm going to use the replay feature. Yeah, sorry, guys, I'm a little tired and obviously a little slow. Here's the replay feature. Now we're going to display details. I'm going to display details of only extension A. Interesting. Oh, I know why there was never an extension A. This wasn't a proper, this wasn't the kind of MRI buy that would kick off extension A. Because this did not close lower than this candle. It only traded lower than that candle. So that's not one that would have kicked off extension A. That's why you don't see it. That makes sense now. I was wondering. But you'll see on the next one, the next MRI buy would kick off extensions. That would kick off extensions. Yep, there it is. There's the first extension A, right? But you didn't get it here. So that's why you never had an extension A there. I see. So here we are with the fourth ever extension A buy, and the prior three were absolutely perfect buying opportunities into a bull market, with two of them taking place in the 2015 bear market. I thought this was very interesting when this was pointed out to me this morning. Okay, let's move on to our Consensio chart, and this is tricky before we get to the daily chart. So I am debating whether I should lower this to a fully cash position. But here's why I'm going to leave it at 20 to 33%. Besides the fact that, I'm hopeful that that extension A marks the bottom, which I believe that it did. Remember, guys, I think this is the low. I think this is the low. There are also things on a daily chart that make me bullish. And I think a 20 to 33% bullish allocation right now is fairly safe. It's not that risky. And I like this MRI warning buy opportunity. I know it didn't work out very well over here, but we also didn't fall all that much further. So I'm going to give this one more candle. But if we start trading lower than last week's low or lower than current week's low, they're pretty much the same, off by a few bucks. That would absolutely call for an all cash position. So it's now or never for Bitcoin. But this is our Consensio look. I don't like the moving average crossover here that's coming between the 9 period and the 30 period. The 30 period is leveling off and about to start declining. These are all very bad signs. But I'm going to stick to my 20% bullish allocation for now, and we'll see what happens over the next 3 days. Before I move on to the daily chart, guys, unconfiscatable. The conference in Las Vegas, along with a poker tournament, is taking place March 3rd to 6th. The two conference days are 4 and 5, along with the carnivory dinner. I got to get the Scammy Award voting up. We're going to probably do Twitter votes again. It'll be great. Prices will rise after 10 more tickets are sold. So if you want the $400 price, you got 10 tickets remaining. After that, price goes to $500 for the event. Everything else pretty much stays the same for now. Only 40 tickets left to the carnivory dinner. That's it. The conference can handle up to 400. Carnivory dinner can only handle about 100. So first 100 people to buy a ticket to the carnivory dinner at the Mob Museum get to eat it. Get to eat our awesome selection of meat. Oh, speakers. We got some awesome speakers, guys. I told you we're going to be posting all new speakers this year. Mark Moss, Greg Foss, absolutely excellent. I'm hoping to get Jeff Booth as well. Natalie Brunel's coming. Luke has agreed, though everything is COVID pending. Peter Todd has agreed, again, COVID pending. Uglies are usual. NVK, same thing, has agreed, but COVID pending, right? So COVID will have a lot to do with it, but they all want to be there. They all want to speak. And we're going to have another row of speakers probably posted today. Okay. A lot of people from these lists, they also want to come, but the vaccine mandates of entering the United States could be a challenge for many of them. Okay. We'll keep you guys posted on all the speakers. All right, here's what makes me hopeful from a daily perspective. As I drew these arrows a couple of days ago, and I didn't do a video yesterday, you can see how the daily chart has perfectly bounced off the long-term moving average. My long-term moving average here is the 200-day moving average. This is the 128, and that is the 50. So I do believe that Bitcoin is ready for a rally, at least back to 53,000. And then it's going to run into some serious resistance. That's going to be the 128-day moving average, the declining trend line, and the declining 50-period moving average. All of that could come together into a massive resistance. But we're going to wait and see how Bitcoin handles it. I'm really, really liking this candle. I know the day is still early, and this candle can change. We had a nice candle yesterday as well in the beginning of the day, and then it all fell apart in the second half of the day. Today is Saturday. The stock market is not going to have much of an influence. We're going to look at the stock market in a minute. But I like this bounce off the 200-day moving average. Short-term chart, I don't like this resistance here, but if we can break above it, remember, we couldn't break them both last time. Broke the first one pretty easily, never even made it to the second. Now we're trying to break the first again in the same exact vicinity, but now the second is right next to it. So breaking the first almost surely breaks the second. And now we can try to challenge the longer term moving average, which would be around 54,000 as the daily chart showed. GBTC, obviously not trading today. Look at the GBTC premium, still a complete and utter disaster. Waiting for a rally, and then there won't be enough GBTC to go around because stronger and stronger hands will pick it up. Also, potential arbitrage with other ETFs. Hey, the Financial Summit is also up for sale. Come join us August 1st to 6th. This is sure to sell out. Only about 60 people can attend this. We have a capacity is a little bit bigger because I wanted to rent the whole castle. But I'll probably, convince all my friends to come. But 40 to 50 people is normal. This one might reach as high as 60. So join us in the Dominican Republic for the Financial Summit. Read more about it here and in the video description, or just Google thefinancialsummit.com. Okay, oil. I'm still bullish on oil. Let's see what happens when it breaks the prior swing high. I really not interested in gold. It's not doing anything. S&P 500 was bullish on Friday, which is interesting because the Bitcoin fell. But I believe that is an all-time high. That, my friends, is an all-time closing high. And an all-time closing high is more important than an all-time swing high. So for me, the S&P 500 is ready to rally, rally, and rally. And it doesn't even matter if the government closes the economy. It's all about an inflation hedge. Weekly chart, not that different. Some stocks. Hey guys, I was going to do a little bit of a Q&A. I like doing Q&A on Saturday, but I'm really tired. Really tired. Didn't get much sleep in the last day and a half. So we may have to call it a day. If you want to support, check out vays.com, products and services, on-demand videos, bunch of education, Tyler Jenks's old education. Those that are interested in the MRI can go to Products and Services MRI. We also have this service, tradingmri.com, where you can have a snapshot of your portfolio and what it's like on the MRI scale. You can see how Uber is bottoming, and is neutral. Look at that. Uber might be coming back here. That's interesting. Uber daily looks like it bottomed with the MRI and now is potentially making a higher low. And it's bottoming in the other two time frames. So this is a warning. So next week, there'll be an MRI buy on a weekly. And next month, there'll be an MRI buy on a monthly. And look at how Uber topped perfectly with the monthly MRI. So that's an interesting development right there. You can see Bitcoin is bearish on both daily and weekly, and bullish, still bullish on the monthly. Tilray not doing very good, but bottoming on a monthly. All right, guys. That is it. Come out to Unconfiscatable in Las Vegas, March 3rd to 6th. Pre-party and poker game on the 3rd. Otherwise, it's 4 and 5. And the Financial Summit, August 1st to 6th. All right, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. I'm going to get some sleep. And I will see you all on the next one. Bye, guys.